welcome to Tai Chi. We are doing a seated flow today. Now, if you're joining us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, ring the little bell. That way you get notified whenever we have a new video pop up. If you've never done a seated Tai Chi flow, you may be thinking, oh, that's for people who like are in wheelchairs or can't get up and move around. I can do all that. And it is for them, but it's also for anybody who wants to take it a little easy, who wants to relax or try something different. So give it a chance, see how you like it, and then make your decision from there. So to start today, you just need a chair with no arms. If you need a little support for balance, you certainly can use a chair with arms. Just scoot to the very edge. And then you're going to get nice and comfortable. Find a good spot for your feet that's going to be, I don't know, hip width apart, whatever feels good for you. I don't care. And then we'll go ahead and get started. Now, if you've never done this before, just so you know, you don't have to remember anything, you don't have to learn anything, just follow along and go with the flow. I'm going to start with my hands on my lap and just start with taking a nice deep breath. And then letting everything out, letting it all relax. And then as I take my next breath in, I'm going to start gently just rubbing my hands down over my knees, down my shins just a little bit. Then bringing them back up, nice and slow. Just checking in with my body, seeing how everything's feeling today. One more like that. And then on this next one, you're going to slide forward just the same, but then you're going to flip your hands over and slide back up with the backs of your hands making contact. Beautiful. Flip those hands over. Excellent. One more. Now from there, we're going to raise our arms up to the corners and hug everything in just until our fingertips are about to touch. Then flip those hands over and sink right down all the way to your lap. Flip your hands, let them slide off the side of your legs, and then come back up again. We call this one sinking the chi. And as you sink the chi, let everything settle. I like to inhale as my arms come up, and then exhale as they slide down. Perfect. One more. Now on this next one, you're going to slide your hands forward off the edges of your knees again, but then you're going to float your hands up in front of you just to about shoulder height. Soften those elbows down, and then let everything sink back down. Beautiful. Sliding your hands down off the ends of your knees. This time, as your hands float up, lift your heels as well. And then as your hands float down, your heels float down. One more. This is opening the door. Letting your hands float up nice and gently, like smoke rising through the air. I know I said one more, but I feel like doing one more after that. One more. And then letting everything sink down. Flip your hands over, open them back out, coming in for that nice big hug, but instead of sinking the chi here, we're gonna open back up, and you're gonna take one hand, scoop under like you're holding a ball. Beautiful. Bringing your hands out nice and wide, lifting those heels again, and then closing back in, wrapping around that ball just a little, and then opening up, lifting the heels. keeping that nice smooth motion. I like to inhale as my arms open, and then exhale as I close. And my whole body stretches up as I open, like I'm a flower reaching up towards the sun. And then I let everything sink and relax as I close. Beautiful, reaching up towards the sun, stretching up through the crown, and then settling in. One more of these. Really reach up towards that sun. Feel your petals, your leaves reaching up, whatever kind of flower you are. And then close everything down. From here, opening back up, but this time, we're gonna come in for that hug, and then flip those palms over, sink everything down, right back to sinking the chi. When your hands hit your legs, flip over, slide off the edges, and then coming up in that nice open space to the corner, and then sinking back down. I like to imagine I'm like a cork bobbing on the ocean here. Bobbing up, and then down in the troughs as the waves pass by. Rising up, always floating to the surface no matter what turbulence hits. Beautiful, one more. From here, you're gonna slide your hands forward again and float them right back up. And then from here, you're just gonna start letting them drift side to side. Gently drifting. Maybe you're still that cork floating on the ocean. Maybe the ocean's not really your thing. Maybe you're a tree in the forest and your branches are floating on the wind, swaying gently side to side. Beautiful. Stay with me here. When we get to the opposite corner, we're gonna step one foot out and tap the heel. Bring it back in, and then sway to the other side. Keep that drift going, slow and gentle. And then in this corner, tap that other foot out, and then bring it back across. Beautiful. Now on the next corner, we're gonna do that first foot again, but then we're gonna add a hand. That foot taps out, and that hand waves and comes right over the foot. Bring everything back in, and go back to your drift. And then when we get to the other corner, foot taps out, hand waves over, and bring everything back in. This time we're going to go straight into the next movement. So when you get to the next corner, right here, we're going to tap the foot, wave the hand, and we're going to take the other hand and swoosh it under so it comes above the knee. We call this one play the pipa. Bring everything back in, coming back into your drift, and then tap the other foot, wave the hand, swoosh the lower hand. Now, stay with me here. We're going to flip our hands over, pull everything back across our hips, and then come straight into the other side. Beautiful, you got it. Brushing your hands across your legs, coming side to side, nice and slow and gentle, as we play the pipa. In case you don't know what a pipa is, it's a type of lute, so it's a stringed instrument, has kind of a long neck. So you got one hand up here playing the top, the other hand here playing the bottom. I had to look it up. One more, and then on the next side, we're gonna stop right here, leave that foot where it is, bring our hands around in a circle and come back to that holding the ball. Now from here, put that top hand away. You can set it down on your leg or on the edge of your chair. And then you're gonna toss like you're tossing that ball out a window. And yes, I am still swaying side to side, just like I did for my drift. You can sway too. Letting your body turn a little. Beautiful, looking good. Bringing that other hand back in now. You're holding the ball. That top hand just sinks down. Other hand just continues. Slow and steady. Nice gentle movement here. If you want to activate your feet just a little more, as you rock back, lift that toe. As you rock forward, put it down. Perfect. One more, just like that. And then bring that other hand up. Come right back in to play the pipa. One more here. And then leaving that foot. Bring your hands in to hold the ball. Take that top hand, put it away. And tossing that ball like you're tossing it out over those waves if you're still at the beach. Or maybe a nice low gentle toss if you're in the forest and you don't want to get your ball stuck in the trees, because nobody wants that. Beautiful, bring that top hand in, sinking it straight down. Perfect, slow and gentle. This one is parting the wild horse's mane. You can see the motion right here, like you're parting the wild, unruly hair on that wild horse. One more, bringing order to that crazy mess. And then slide that other hand forward. Come right back in to play the pipa. Beautiful, last one here. And then from here, we're gonna come right back in to hold the ball. And then we're gonna do what's called grasping the bird's tail. So we're gonna put one foot out, bring one hand up, we're just gonna bump. Coming back in. And just bump like you're bumping with the back of your wrist. One more. And then bring that other hand up. 2 nice big circles all the way around. Stepping that foot in, take your time. And then you're holding the ball on the other side. Bump with the other wrist. Beautiful, slide that other hand up. 2 big circles, like the arms of the spiral galaxy. Bring that foot in. From here, we're gonna step out and we're gonna do just one bump, and then we're gonna reach the other hand up and draw everything through. Drawing everything through, looping around. Like a peacock, and you're stroking your hands down its nice long tail. From here, that bottom hand does that big circle. Step that foot in, hold the ball, stepping out, one bump on the other side, reaching up, stroking that peacock's tail, nice and long, feeling the smoothness of the feathers, the silkiness, admiring the colors. All those beautiful blues and greens and purples. And then that other hand sneaks under, circling around. Tap that foot in, coming back to the other side. This time, we're gonna do one bump, one pull through, smoothing out the feathers of that peacock's tail, and then we're gonna toss it away and press. So pull it through, toss it away, putting one hand on the other wrist and press. Beautiful, one more. Tossing it away and press. Slide that hand under, big double spiral. Tap the foot in, Tap the other foot out. One bump. One pull through. Toss it away. And press. I like to think of it as I'm stroking that peacock's tail, maybe there's some water and I'm just flicking it off my fingertips there. Bring that hand under, circle around, nice and big. Step that foot in, other foot steps out. One bump, one pull through, one toss away and press. And then those hands are going to slide apart and you're going to pull right into your heart and push right back out. I like to inhale as I'm coming in here and exhale as I'm going out. Nice and gentle. And then this one's a little tricky. It's not really. You just bring those hands back into the center, open out, and then hold the ball on the other side. Tapping the other foot out. One bump, one pull through, one toss, one press. Hands slide apart, pull right into that heart space, and push right back out. Let it all out. Nice big loud sigh. And then just pull those hands back in as your hug. Open wide. Scoop in. And we're going to put it all together. One bump. One pull through. One press. One push and pull. And then coming back into center, going to the other side, and you are doing the full grasping the bird's tail. You've got it. You know these movements now. Pressing, sliding apart. You've got it. Pull back in, open wide. Bring those hands back in. Fingertips almost touching, flip the palms over, sinking the chi. Right back to where we started. Everything comes full circle. Beautiful. One more, sinking the chi. And then this time, as your hands float down, you're going to bring your hands up a little more to the corners and up a little higher, like coming up over your head a little. Bringing them all the way down, all the way through your heart space, down to your stomach, and then bouncing back up like they hit a trampoline in slow motion. And they're going to circle around, coming out around like you have that big Buddha belly. Coming back up to the heart space. This time you're hitting the trampoline, bouncing back down. Up and overhead again. This is a very bouncy one. Down all the way to the tummy again. And then this time, when you bounce back up to your heart, flip your hands palms forward, form a diamond with your fingers, and then press forward. Like you're reaching out to somebody across the room. Amazing. You got it. Let those hands relax, everything float down, and then we're going to do it again. So flip the palms over, hands slide off the edges of your legs, coming up and over, coming all the way down, bouncing back up, circling around, rubbing that big Buddha belly. Back up into the heart space. Bouncing down. One more up and overhead. And then on this bounce back, we're going to make that diamond, that heart mudra. And pressing out, sending out all that heart energy, sharing it with the person across from you or on the other side of the screen, or maybe your neighbor across the way. Sharing just a little more, push a little further, and then let everything relax. Flip those palms over, coming up and overhead, all the way down to your lap, to your tummy, and then bouncing back up, circling out and around. I like to imagine I'm scooping here. And then bouncing back down, one more up and overhead. This is the one where we bounce up to form that diamond shape. And then pressing out, sharing our heart, sharing our love, sharing our energy. Press even further this time, like you can touch the fingertips of the person across from you. If you push just a little bit further, you'll get just close enough you can feel their energy, feel their warmth, feel everything they're sharing with you. And then let everything relax, floating down and coming back in to sinking the chi. Letting everything relax down. Still stretching up as you're bringing your hands up and then softening down. Beautiful. One more here. And then let your hands come to rest on your legs. Take a moment. Take a nice deep breath in. Let everything out. And I thank you so much for coming out to play with me today. You did an amazing job. I hope you enjoyed a seated practice. And I will see you next week.